Hello guys, what's up? This is Mortaza. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. This is the 7th episode of my JavaScript tutorial here at my YouTube channel, A Coder's Journey. In the last episode, we learned how to add JavaScript code to our HTML document, right? For that, we use the script tag, right? And we had the option of putting the script tag all here, at the beginning kind of our HTML document in the head, right? We can also put it here, guys. We can also, put it here, right? We can also put it in the body, or we can also put it here at the bottom. And, it is highly recommended to put your script tag after the body tag, when the body is closed. This kind of helps improve the performance of your web pages, and it helps your web pages to load more, quickly. So we're gonna put these script tag here, right? And in the last episode, I kind of told you that when your browser loads up your HTML document, it kind of, reads the code from the top to the bottom, and then it kind of, runs the script here, for example, after it has loaded the paragraph. And that is why we could change the inner HTML here. I'm going to, for example, change this to 2, right? I'm going to save, I'm going to refresh. And this is actually let me change this to 7, right? And this is the change we are looking at, right? I also told you that you can create functions in JavaScript, and then you can invoke those functions, you can call those functions and execute the code that you have in those functions. Now let's see how we are going to tackle this. Here in VS Code, I'm going to just write function, right? And then I'm going to press tab twice. This is the bare skeleton, or, the snippet for creating the function. In JavaScript, you have the keyword function. Then you are going to pass in any parameters. Here, I do not want to have any parameters. And of course, you are going to kind of have a name. Here, I'm going to say change, right? The change content, for example. And then I'm going to cut this and I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to change this, for example, to content changed with the help of a function, right? So this is the inner HTML that we want to assign to our paragraph element, whose ID is demo, right? Now, if we save this file and if we, refresh this, nothing will happen because this is a function that we have created. The code will not get executed like before. Here we need to invoke this function somehow, right? And we are going to take advantage of a button in order to do that, right? So I'm going to say button, right? I'm going to say button. In the button, I'm going to say change content as the content of this button. And then I'm going to say type is button, right? And I'm going to, handle the click event of this button. So whenever this button is clicked, right, we are going to execute this function. And of course, we do not forget the opening and closing parentheses. So here what we have done is that we have created a button with the content change content, right? Then the type, the attribute is button. The onClick event is handled. And we are going to call this change content whenever that button is clicked. We're going to say, we're going to refresh. And whenever I click this button, you can see that this, content was changed. Let me refresh one more time. I'm going to click. And as you can see, this content was changed. Now, this is how you can create functions and how you can call them using, for example, something like a button. And of course, you do not have to write your script tags here, right? You can put them in a dedicated separate file, a JS file. We are going to talk about that in the next video. This is again something that we could also do with CSS, right? In my HTML series, I talked about adding styles to our HTML elements. We talked that, for example, when we want to use CSS, we have the option of adding the style attribute in line. We have the internal style option where we, for example, add a style element and then we declare our CSS. And also we have the external option, which means that we add the CSS in a separate file, right, with a CSS extension. And then we kind of use that file with adding a reference to that file, and then we will use that, right? The same thing goes for JavaScript. So instead of, for example, putting your JavaScript code inside your HTML document, which is a bad practice, right? Because we need to have separation of concerns. This HTML file will be dedicated to, declaring and designing the content of our file. And then in order to add logic to this file, to this HTML document, we will have a separate JS file, JavaScript file with the extension JS. We're going to declare our functions. We're going to put all of our code there. And then we are going to call those functions from our HTML document. As I told you, this is something that we will cover in the next video. So if you are interested, make sure you watch the next video as well. Anyways, guys, if you are enjoying watching my videos, please consider subscribing to my channel, A Coder's Journey, and make sure you activate that notification bell so that you do not miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Share this video with a friend, give it a like. This is very important. It keeps us, motivated so that, I keep, producing new videos like this. Thank you so much. Till later, stick around, watch the next video. It is going to be fun. Till later, bye-bye.